everyone and welcome back. I'm going to carry on with the spell book today and do some decorating inside of the pages, but before we start, can we just appreciate how satisfying this is, this layout with all my stuff. I'm just really liking this layout, but it's going to get messed up in a minute, so I thought I would show you before we start. So I've collected some bits up that I'm thinking might work well in the spell book, so kind of earthy tones, a bit naturey, a bit kind of not really spooky because I don't really have any spooky stuff, but just kind of vintagey kind of stuff that might work well. So I've got some washi tapes in kind of earthy tones with like text on and like old labels and stuff, which might work well. And then those two as well. I've got this envelope which was given to me in a happy mail. It contained some happy mail actually, so I'm going to stick that in the front cover. It has been cut because there's some really nice stamps on it that I wanted to save, but I can seal that up somehow. I've got leftover tea dyed papers and eco dyed papers that we can use inside, some various tags, a little piece of leftover scrap of sticker which I thought might be work nice because it's like pressed flowers, and we could get some pressed flowers to use as well. I've got a distress ink. I've got my metallic luster here, but I'm not sure whether that's going to work so well on the pages, so we'll see about that. And then a little tin of vintagey kind of ephemera bits, like this vision thing. This was also given to me in a happy mail. Could probably use that somewhere, and some really cute pumpkin stamp there, which is quite cute for this kind of theme. So yeah, and then I also have some extra bits here. I'm not sure whether these are going to work because they're kind of not quite as subtle, but there's some more tags there, a little card of some sort. I've got some stamps because I want to do some stamping on the pages just as like a base, and an acrylic block there to use those with. And then I've got this ephemera book which has loads of different kind of botanist kind of images and kind of vintagey stuff, so I think those could definitely come in useful. Little moths and little vintagey kind of apothecary kind of vibes. That's what I'm kind of going for here, but just anything that works really. And I'm not really doing anything particular, I'm just going to collage up some bits and stamp on the pages and make it look generally quite nice. So yeah, no real rhyme or reason as usual with my journaling, just some fun journaling. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, just hopefully the camera will get a little bit sharper now. That might not be far out enough, but we'll see. I've just tied this string around to keep the book closed because it was kind of gaping open a little bit. It probably won't be doing that now that it's been held down, but I also liked the aesthetic of this string, just kind of to keep it together, and it's not stuck on or anything, it's just wrapped around. So yeah, it's kind of keeping its shape now that it's been down a bit. I'm not sure whether I need to do, see, the problem is the camera goes, the light just goes so weird when I zoom out, but I guess I could just maybe see how that goes. Okay, so first thing I want to do is stick this pocket in the front. It's quite big, but I don't mind, it looks quite cool like that. In terms of sealing up the bottom, I'm thinking this washi tape, maybe this kind of thickish washi tape. I think that'll match with like the kind of the leaves on here as well. So I'm not too bothered that it's ripped because that can go on the back side. Try and get it relatively straight. But what I am going to do is cut off this bit so it actually sticks. put that across the bottom and then work out how this needs to be done. So actually that needs to be like that. That needs to be like that. And then we can just fold that over. And that's that bottom bit sealed, and it's kind of a pretty little band on the bottom there. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to stick this in. I think I'm going to put double-sided tape on it, and then maybe put some glue stick on it as well, just for an extra stick. I'm just going to coat that in Pritt stick as well to get it to kind of cling on. And that can go on there. So that looks quite cute for the inside cover, just a little pocket. It's probably not going to have anything put in it, but you could put some bits in there if you wanted to store some bits in there. Right, now, I think what I'm going to do is go through and stamp some pages, just generally. And I'll have these stamps, are only small, which isn't ideal, but these are the only kind of vintagey kind of stamps I've got, I think. Actually, I do have a map one somewhere, but I'm just going to use these for now. I've got some like old book texty one, which might be nice. And you can just kind of lay these up. So I'm thinking to do it in, I was going to do it in black, but I might actually do it in distress ink and see what it looks like. I'm not going to be too particular with this. I'm just going to stamp just randomly on the pages to give a little bit more interest as a base page. Obviously, if you've got pages like this where there's a bit coming out and you don't want to get it on the underneath page, just pop a little bit of something under that you don't really need. So you can see, and if you do it without the block, sometimes that works nicely as well, because you don't have such a harsh edge. Just adds a little bit of interest. I actually think these sorts of stamps work better without the block, to be honest. Just going through and making some sort of nice background. Randomly. You can go with that as much as you like. So let's get a different one. This one's quite nice. It's like a dictionary book page type thing. the block, you just don't get that kind of haphazard look. It just looks very positioned, which is good when you're doing like normal stamping, but this sort of thing is nice just to get a bit of a randomised look. So I know I've not gone through the whole book here, but I think I'll leave it at that for now, just to get a feel for it. Maybe one more. Might do this one in black, just to give a little bit of variety. This one's just like a map page type thing. Okay, so that will do for now. So that's one way of texturing up the pages a bit. So on the first page, what do I want? To be honest, I don't want this to be too structured. I don't want it to be too much of anything. It's just going to be a nice kind of aesthetic book. So I'm not too worried about having like a title page. I might start with some of this washi tape, which has like labels on it, because it kind of reminds me of like vintagey kind of chemist potions or something. So maybe pop some of that on. I'm not going to cut it, I'm just going to tear it. And I'll maybe use this on here as well, because this is a nice piece. Really layering bits up and just having fun with it, really. What I will do as well is ink the edges. That always looks quite nice. So get my distress ink and my little dauber thing. Where that's gone. And I think already that's looking quite cool. That white is quite stark on there, so what you could do possibly is ink it a bit to make it look a bit more aged. Now I do also have some of those bits from AliExpress that I got. If you see my haul, I've got loads of vintagey bits. So I've got these, which are quite cool, are like little coupons and stuff. I'm not sure if all of it will fit in this kind of alchemy-ish kind of journal, but we could definitely have a look at some of it. Got these as well. These might be quite good little strips. And then I've got a load of like planty stuff, which might be quite nice as well. Some of these might work quite nicely as well. So it's worth just getting together kind of things that fit with your theme, and then you're not working with loads and loads of stuff. You've got kind of a narrowed down kind of selection. Yeah, these are kind of possibly this purple one might work quite nice. But I'm more looking for kind of botany and potions and kind of ingredients and things like that. These little notelet things are quite cool. You could even cut them out and pop them on. Kind of looks like it's been pinned onto the top there. So yeah, just have fun with it really. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this. I just kind of just want to have fun with it. But I just kind of wanted to show you what my ideas were. Could we add some of these? In fact, I might actually just go along and create these kinds of backgrounds, and if I wanted to add something on top then I could, but yeah, I have quite a lot of fun just making these kind of backgrounds. So on to the next page, maybe a little bit of a different washi. Washi is always a good place to start. If you don't like the harsh edge, just rip it. You can even rip it like down that way as well. Try and get rid of that harsh edge a bit. You can use your tags, you can create pockets. So maybe a little pocket on here might be nice. Or some sort of memo like that stuck on. You could make it look like it's been taped in with some washi tape, so this kind of thin one is quite nice for that. You could then go on top and add your stamping if you wanted to add maybe some stamping that, or add some notes or something. That vision thing was nice. Let's have a look where that could go. Maybe that could layer on top, or actually quite like that on the front page since that's a really nice piece. So let's add that. And little word stickers as well are good, and these, if you've watched a previous video of mine, we made some little, from book pages, cut out some words, so you can add these. These always look quite nice. So imagine might work quite well with vision. Memory, invisible. Doesn't necessarily have to make sense, but yeah, it's quite cool to keep those in a little box for when you need them. Oh, we've got some extras here. So you could add those on, they just look quite cool. I know this isn't really, obviously it's got a spell book on the front, and I'm not really doing anything to do with spells at the moment, but it's just kind of a vibe I'm going for. It's not specifically just a spell book, it's just kind of a witchy kind of vibe I'm trying to go for, and don't really have much spooky stuff, so yeah, I'm just kind of trying to use what I have. Yeah, I quite like that page. I'd probably call that finished. So back to this one. I don't want to like really overdo all the pages. I want to keep some of them blank, so then you could maybe make notes or something like that. This is quite a cute sticker. Maybe pop that on there. And you could pop some pressed flowers on as well if you wanted. They'd look quite cool, I think. It's kind of stuck on a page like that. Or you could even make some little sample kind of cards where you pop them between acetate. So yeah, it's just about having fun with it, really. So if I continue working in this journal, I will film it and pop it on. But that's just a quick idea of what you can do. And this can also be a junk journal. Obviously, well, it is a junk journal, really. You could put photos in of things. You could make this your Halloween journal, put photos in from Halloween, or, you know, just kind of nature-y kind of photos or whatever, really. And you could document things you can put in, like if you've got little bits of tags or something you want to keep or anything like that. So yeah, it's just a really nice little fun project, and I really enjoy doing this sort of thing, as you probably already know if you've seen my previous videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and please comment below if you've made anything like this. And also I'd love to see, so do tag me on Instagram as well if you have made any kind of junk journal, really. I'm loving seeing all different types of things. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.